Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lambert Park for this round 3 clash between Sydney FC and Marconi Stallions here at Lambert Park. Of course, the Sky Blues unbeaten through the first 2 rounds of the competition. Of course, Marconi looking to register their first victory of the year. An epic clash awaits both of these sides here at Lambert Park tonight. And a game currently being played at Seymour Shore, 27 minutes in it's Sutherland Sharks 1, RP Leichhardt Tigers 1, so we'll keep you abreast of the score where possible throughout the evening. In the games played earlier here today in the under-20s, it was a 0-0 draw between Sydney FC and Marconi Stallions, and in the under-18s, it was a victory to the Sky Blues by 4-0. Today's team lineups are as follows. Let's start with the visitors. In goals, number 1, Nenad Vekic, number 2, Nathan Milgate, number 3, Giorgio Speranza, number 4, Roberto Speranza, number 7, and skipper Sean O'Connell, number 9, Anthony Frangi, number 10, Marco Jesic, number 11, Mitchell Malia, number 19, Zach Cancross, number 20, Richie Cardozo, and rounding out the first 11 for Marconi, number 21, Miljan Pavlovic. The substitutes today for Marconi Stallions, number 12, James Andrew, number 14, Peter Pelikanos, number 16, Liam Yuli, number 17, reserve goalkeeper Christian Sekutsky, and number 23, Brandon Vella. Of course, Marconi is coached by Peter Tsakenis. Now to the home side. Sydney FC, number 1, Thomas Hewitt-Bell, number 3, Ben Mewers, number 4, Liam McGing, and captain, number 5, Patrick Shabilio, number 6, Harry van der Sarg, number 7, Jerry Skatardis, number 8, Joel King, number 10, Marco Tilio, number 11, Luke Ivanovic, number 12, Giuseppe Tilio, number 13, Jordy Swibble. The substitutes for Sydney FC tonight, number 2, Daniel Blashura, number 9, Hamish Lamberton, number 15, Ryan Teague, reserve goalkeeper number 40, Levi Kay, and number 34, Callum Neuenhoff. Today's referee is Adrian Arndt. The assistant referees are Nathan Watton and Hugo Fenton White, and Bradley Wright is your 4th official. As we see play underway here at Lambert Park, and it's the Sky Blues in Sydney FC to start the contest first, and this kick there by Harry van der Sarg sees an early opportunity for Marconi Stallions, and it's taken by Giorgio Speranza looking for Miljan Pavlovic. Falls now in to the feet of Jerry Skatardis, who clears it downfield, and it'll be Roberto Speranza with his first touch of the game. Gets it across to his centre back partner in Zach Cancross, cut out there by Ben Van Meurs. Joel King looks to get the ball forward. Not quite the direction there. Cut out nicely there by Sean O'Connell. See the ball out of play on the far side for a Marconi throw to be taken by Nathan Milgate. There's the first free kick of the evening. Ben Van Meurs there just in the back of Miljan Pavlovic, so a good opportunity for Marconi with an early set piece opportunity here. Taken by Marco Jesic, of course. Marco has started the season on fire. He was in the team of the week last week for the round 2 NPL New South Wales Men's 1 competition, and he'll get this free kick into the 18-yard box. Flick on there by Speranza. In the end, Zach Cancross's header goes a little wide. Probably came to him a little too quickly there. Not really expecting it to fall to him. Hewitt-Bell with his first touch of the evening through a throw-in. Sorry, goal kick. Of course, these two sides did play last season against one another. First half of the competition, it was a 2-2 draw played out between Marconi and Sydney FC. And in the second part of the competition, Marconi were victors by 4-1. So, quick throwing taken there by Marconi. O'Connell wins the possession in the middle of the park there now. Through Anthony Frangi now. Good Defending there by Harry van der Sark, staying on his feet, not committing. Intercepted nicely by Giorgio Speranza, looking to get the ball inside. Falls kindly outside the box to Milgate, gets it back in, looking for Pavlovic. Judged to have infringed there, Mirjam Pavlovic. Good start here by the visitors, looking to put some pressure on the young Sky Blues, who have started the season well. Of course, last week having that 1-1 draw away to Manly at Cromer Park in the opening round of the season. A 2-1 victory over Hakawa Sydney City East, so this is their first home game of the season. No doubt Jim Van Wieren looking to consolidate their position in second spot as the ball's hit long, looking for Mirjam Pavlovic. Van Muir's there, holding him off. Pavlovic goes to the far post. Almost so close there for Marconi. Still not out of danger. That was Jesic, who almost got on the end of that. He'll take the corner for Marconi. As he whips the ball in, goes long. Looking for Cancross, who leaves it. Falls now to Pavlovic. Cries for handball. Not given there by referee Arndt. Still Pavlovic into the mixer there. Cleared away nicely by Van Muers for Sydney FC, and it's Skatardis now. Gets the ball to Ivanovic. Reading the ball there in the middle of the park. Roberto Speranza nicely winning it for Marconi Stallions. A nice switch of play there for Giorgio Speranza now. Richie Cardozo goes short to Anthony Frangi. Gets it onto his right. Gets the ball into the mixer, looking for Pavlovic, just not the direction on it. In the end, easy pickings for Heward Bell. Shabilio now. High press by Marconi, making Sydney FC play out now. McGing. And Muir's down the right-hand side now. Has Ivanovic inside, goes over the top. Looking for Geordie Swibble. Do the well to keep it in, and he does. Has Milgate in front of him, defending him. He goes short to Skatardis. Swibble now coming back from an offside position. And flag there for a Marconi free kick. Speaking with Peter Tsakenis and Peter Paputhis pre-game, they did say that it was a game last week that they felt they could have beaten Rockdale City Suns. They just didn't take their opportunities. And they're looking to do exactly that tonight against this young Sky Blues outfit. Now adjusted to life in the NPL New South Wales men's competition and the physicality of it. Speranza now gets it across to Cancross. Looks to go back down the left corridor, finding Anthony Frangi. Chests it. Nice touch there by Frangi. Still Anthony Frangi has a shot from distance. Anthony Frangi on the post by Heward Bell and cleared away to safety by Sydney FC. So near there for Marconi Stallions. A great touch there by Heward Bell, forcing it onto the post. And denying Anthony Frangi with the first goal of the evening here at Lambert Park. Not the greatest of first touches there by Marco Tiller. Concedes the throw to Marconi. A long throw in by Milgate. Looking for Frangi, but cleared away to safety by Sydney. Only as far as Cancross now. Down the line to Milgate. Has Tiller there. So he just whips it down the line again. It's Joel King now for Sydney FC. To Ivanovic. Chests it down nicely for Swibble. Of course, Ivanovic playing in the NPL side tonight. Has made a real good fist of things in the A-League this season. And with no games on in the A-League for a couple of weeks, good opportunity for him to come back into the side and get some much needed minutes into his legs. As Pavlovic now has an overlapping Speranza. Gets the ball down. Speranza. Still Speranza. Tries to get it there to Cardozo. couldn't do so. And it's Sydney FC now through Ivanovic. Great tackle back by the skipper in Sean O'Connell. And it's a throw to Sydney FC. Taken by Van der Sarg. Marco Tilio long. Trying to jostle to find a run and goes to him in the end though. To Giuseppe Tilio now on the right. Fouled there by Giorgio Speranza. Good spot for Sydney FC to whip this set piece in. As we see McGing and Ivanovic up there. Sydney don't really have anyone short, so they'll go long here. Free kick taken. Beats everybody. Ivanovic working hard to keep the ball in. And cross tracking back there, but does well, does Ivanovic. Switch of play now. Finding Van der Sarg. Still Van der Sarg. Late challenge there. We may see the first yellow of the evening. The players rush in. We know that he wasn't called for on that tackle there. Referee Adrian Arndt does have a yellow card in his hand and will be the first booking of the evening to Harry Van der Sarg of Sydney FC. No real malice in it there, just a little clumsy and late. But with feet first there, no option for the referee other than to issue the first yellow of the evening, and Giorgio Speranza also finds his name in the book for Marconi. Into the 11th minute here now. And it's Sydney FC nil, Marconi Stallions nil. Of course, the only opportunity, or the real opportunity of the game, was that fantastic strike by Anthony Frangi, but could only watch as Thomas Heward-Bell pushed it onto the post. Best opportunity of the game thus far. Roberto Speranza now gets it square to Cancross. Just going to the middle of the park. First touch there for O'Connell. Play on, says the referee. There's a foul on the far side on Richie Cardozo. This time it's Skatadis who's called out. Lucky not to find his name in the book, but stern talking to there by the referee. Cancross now. Goes long looking for Frangi. Heads it back in. Cleared away. Up to safety though. Headed down looking for Tilio. Handball there by Nathan Milgate. So Sydney FC survive. Long ball now looking for Ivanovic. Too much on it. Easy for Vekic in the end. Rolls it out quickly to Cancross. Shabilio now. Skatadis in the middle of the field fighting hard, but again, Sean O'Connell winning it back for Marconi. And it's Malia now on the far side. Sees it go into Touch for a Sydney FC throw. Throw in for Pavlovic. Frangie gets something on it. Doesn't have the accuracy or the power on it. Approaching half-time at Seymour Shaw. Still Sutherland Sharks 1, Up You Like Art Tigers 1. Backheader there by Roberto Speranza, finding his brother Giorgio. And it's Vekic who clears forward now. Joel King heads it down for Shabilio. Not the greatest of touches there in the centre of the park. By Jesic. Great tackle there by Frangie, but ball still with Sydney FC now. Down the right corridor looking for Jovanovic. Throwing to Marconi. Of course, we see 2 changes tonight from last week's side for Sydney FC. A-League player coming into the squad, Luke Jovanovic, for Hamish Lamberton, and a little unlucky for Hamish tonight. As we see Jesic now has Malia to his right. Malia goes looking for Pavlovic on the side. Just a little too much on it. As I was saying, a little unlucky for Hamish Lamberton to be left out tonight. Obviously, Tim Van Wieren going for the experience of Ivanovic, but Hamish Lamberton did make last week's Team of the Week for that brilliant goal. A lot of futsal in that play, that goal last week from Hamish Lamberton. Magnificent skill, so a little unlucky to be missing out tonight, but I'm sure we'll see him come on at some point and contribute to this young side. As Van der Sarg finds the grandstand. And the throw's taken by Giorgio Speranza. Pavlovic still with the ball. Pressure there by Giuseppe Tilio. Speranza just down the line, finding Jesic. He has the captain in McGing in his back, but Marconi still with possession now. Through Richie Cardozo, switches play. As Millgate to his right. Not the greatest of crosses in by Nathan Millgate. Giuseppe Tilio now gets it down onto the deck. As Harry van der Sarg to his right, goes there. Still Swibble there with the ball, finding Marco Tilio on the left. He's faced with Nathan Millgate in front of him. Marco Tilio needs support. Isolated, but does well. It's whipped in by Joel King. Swibble just can't get his head on it there. Yes, we have some dark clouds overhead, so let's hope the rain can hold off. Waiting for us here in the elements here, commentating today at Lambert Park, but the players out there on the field. Giuseppe Tilio trying to thread it inside for Swibble, but it finds its way still in the end to Swibble. He snaps at it from distance. Just doesn't have the accuracy on it. And it will be a Marconi goal kick. Ken Cross now goes back to Vekic. Speranza to his left. Look to play out, do Marconi. Marconi now through Frangi. Dispossessed nicely there by Shabilio for Sydney FC, and it's Giuseppe Tilio now. Looks to go over the top, looking for Swibble. O'Connell gets it back down.
We will have to get Umbrella ready any moment. Please. More.
See a shot there from Malia, blocked. Ivanovic working hard now. Still, Luke Ivanovic has a wall of green in front of him, so he'll need to go alone. Luke Ivanovic for Sydney, looking to play Swibble in behind, but straight to Vekic. As we see the rain start to make its way here to Lambert Park.
Can I ask you something else? You see that safety drop around my... Can you tie up the right hand? Yeah. More, like tight.
Yeah.
Really tight.
Just apologies for the technical disruption. It is raining at the moment. We're just trying to get the gear covered from the elements.
Yep. Something like that. Thank you.
We're back at Lambert Park now. McGing now for Sydney. Shabilio now. Gets it across to Van Meurs. Finds King over the top, but offside. No advantage there to the defending side in Marconi, so be a free kick just outside their own box. Vekic not happy with the ball, so wants the sideline to replace it. Planned away now through O'Connell. Cross goes to Pavlovic, his first time pass to Richie Cardozo. A little off there by Cardozo, but Sydney FC now through Jerry Skotadis. Giuseppe Tilio nearby, goes inside for Ivanovic. Misguided in the end, but promising from Sydney FC. As Joel King intercepts the ball there in the centre of the park. Beats Malia. It's Marco Tilio now for Sydney. Shabilio. King. Marco Tilio, pursued by Cardozo, but Marconi repel the Sydney FC foray just for a moment. Ball over the top. A little heavy by McGing. Looking for Van der Sarg there. Roberto Speranza goes long, looking for Marconi player in Malia on the far side. Foul there on Van Muurs. Little stop-start this contest at the moment. No side rule. Any sort of rhythm at the moment. Price for handball. Waved away. And it's Ivanovic now. Heavy touch there. Why should be allowed his first touch, letting him down. Marconi now through Malia. Millgate just pumps it forward, but easily cut out by McGing. And Giuseppe Tilio now has Van der Sark steaming down his right-hand side. He goes himself. A tame shot in the end. Straight in the breadbasket of Vekic. Making it easy for the Marconi keeper. O'Connell with a switch of play now, finding Frangi. It's pulled up for a handball. Referee aren't just going across saying, mate, don't do that. Next time I'll have to card you. That's silly. Took control of the contest early on. Just into the 25th minute now. And it's Marconi now through Richie Cardozo. Has Frangi on his left. Anthony Frangi tries to get it onto his right. Cuts it back for Marko Jesic. He snaps at it. Hugh Bell sees it go wide for a Sydney FC goal kick. The rain looks like it has settled in here at Leichhardt at the moment. Not ideal, but lightning activity to the distance. Hugh Bell with the resumption of play. Sepetilo gets it down onto the ground now. Nicely won there by Sean O'Connell. Anthony Frangi finds its way to Pavlovic. Tries to dink it over the top for Mitchell Malia. And unlucky for Marconi there. Malia was away on goal if it had made its way to him. King finds Tilio his first time pass to Skatardis. Nice as they look to switch to play now. And Giuseppe Tilio to Skatardis in the middle of the park there. Cleared away to safety by Sean O'Connell. Good movement from Sydney FC there to the right hand side. Giuseppe Tilio now. Van der Sarg wins the throw in. Marco Tilio. Still Marco Tilio looking to beat one, beat two. Pulled down there. Some great play there from the number 10 for Sydney FC. Winning the free kick. Dangerous position this one too. Marco Tilio now with the free kick for Sydney FC. Look for him to go long again. Over the top. Once again straight to Vekic. No cause for concern for the custodian. O'Connell finding Roberto Speranza, his brother Giorgio this time down the line to Frangi. Wanted the ball back quickly there, but Van der Sag did well to hold Frangie up, not to be able to release him quickly. Switch of play now. Mitchell Malia has Joel King in front of him, looks to beat him. Sydney FC left back there doing well. Find it himself a good test tonight up against the experienced Mitchell Malia. Skatardis gets caught in the centre of the park there. It's Marconi now through Pavlovic. Millgate, Pavlovic. NFC just keeping their formation at the moment. So happy to watch Marconi play around. They're back four. First time ball in by Frangie, looking for Jesic. Doesn't find him. And Sydney FC now through Ivanovic. Down the line. He tries to beat Speranza for speed, but Roberto Speranza tracking back nicely there. Concedes the throw to Sydney FC. A lot of options on at the moment for Harry Van der Sag, so he goes the 1-2 playback by Ivanovic. Ivanovic looks to turn inside there to Sean O'Connell, but one of the great central midfielders in the competition will have none of that. It's Van Muers now. Shabilio goes back to where it came from. Marco Tilio looking for Giuseppe, just heavy first touch. Sees a trickle back to Marconi. It's Anthony Frangie now, looks to switch play. Gets it across to Millgate, goes quickly to Cardozo for Marconi. Malia. Tracking back inside now, not a lot of options for him. Shabilio wins it for Sydney FC. Still Patrick Shabilio. Has Ivanovic on the inside. Also Marco Tilio goes to Marco Tilio. And it's King that just overcooks it somewhat there. Marconi now through Jesic. O'Connell settles it down. Can cross. But ambitious forward there. Just way too much on it in the end. As we hope to have seen the storm pass around us here at Lambert Park. It's very black overhead. Both sides playing next Saturday night, and at home Sydney FC will entertain Wollongong Wolves, the unbeaten Wolves as it stands at the moment. Of course, they've got a big game tomorrow out at Adenza Park against also the unbeaten Sydney United 58 FC. Big opportunity for either of those sides to go top of the table. As we just go back to play now through Joel King, looking inside for Giuseppe Tilio. In two minds there. Of course, Marconi next week at home against Manly United. So the boys from the Beaches trekking out to Bosley Park next week in another entertaining clash.
Can you take care of this umbrella, please? I'm so sorry. As you do it, we'll start raining again.
Just see Richie Cardozo down at the minute. Just early stages in the second half at Seymour Shore, and it's still Sutherland Sharks 1, Arpilaika Tigers 1. Of course, just kicking off now at Cromer Park. Manly United up against Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Of course, Mount Druitt do have that catch-up game from round 2 against Sydney Olympic midweek this week at Popondetta on Wednesday night, 7:30. So, a big few days coming up for the new boys from the NPL 2 last season in Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Yesic now looks to try his hand from distance. Was going wide. Hewitt Bell taking no risks there. And he concedes the corner to the visitors. And it'll be Yesic again for Marconi. Goes long. Looking for Millgate. Marconi side calling for a corner once again, but referee and official do say that it came off Millgate, so no corner for Marconi. Can cross up for the header. Is it back to where it come from? Pavlovic, poor first touch. Sydney FC now pickpocketed is Harry van der Sarg, and Anthony Frangi almost pulled his pants down right there. From 35 yards out, looking to chip Hewitt Bell. Just going over. Certainly would have made one of the goals of the round had that have gone in. Certainly got his radar going well tonight, Anthony Frangi. Just one of the great strikers in the NPL New South Wales Men's 1 competition. And certainly a great acquisition for Marconi this season, coming across from Kawa Sydney City East during the off-season. As Pavlovic now looks to set Yesic on his way, but intercepted there by McGing. Throw in Marconi. Ball in. Flicked on by Pavlovic to the far post. Looking for Malia. Hits him in the back, but still Mitchell Malia for Marconi. Twisting and turning. Malia on his left. Gets it back into the mixer. Ball down on the ground. Cries for handball. The referee points to the spot. Well, Adrian Arndt had a great position there. Had no hesitations in pointing to the spot there after the cries from the Marconi players. Just a tick over 36 minutes played here at Lambert Park, and a great opportunity for Marconi from the spot. Marco Yesic for Marconi. Steps up. Calmly puts it away. Hewitt Bell guesses the right way, but too much power and precision there from the Marconi number 10, and it's Marconi Stallions 1. They'll play from in front tonight, leading Sydney FC 0. Well, that'll certainly give the visitors some motivation playing from in front tonight. Of course, Marco Yesic in that first round hit the framework twice against the RP Leichhardt Tigers, so nice to see him get on the score sheet for what will be many times over this year. As the ball over the top, looking for Ivanovic. Speranza doing well, but still Sydney FC now through Tilio. Giuseppe Tilio tries to cut back in on his left, but cleared away by Marconi. Foul there on Pavlovic. To taken free kick. Van der Sarg now dinks it over the top for Ivanovic. Looks to set Giuseppe Tilio up. Finds Marco. Cleared away there by Cardozo, and it's Marconi now through Pavlovic. He has McGing in his back. Can go to Jesic if he wants to use him. Still Pavlovic. Switch of play now, finding Milgate. Good switch of play there from the Marconi striker. Malia cuts back inside. She loves doing all the time. Mitchell Malia. Watch for him and Frangi to swap throughout the night. Giorgio Speranza now. Pavlovic on the left. Still going is Speranza. Great run in. Looking to set up Richie Cardozo. Great play there from Marconi Stallions. See Frangi going into that number 9 role at the moment. Pavlovic just pulling away to the left. So a little tinker with the formation for Peter Tsakenis. Almost paying instant dividends. Nice header forward by Roberto Speranza, finding Frangi. Malia as Joel King defending in front of him. Malia looks to go far post and almost Mitchell Malia looking to curl it there into that far post. Not far wide there by Mitchell Malia. Sydney will want to be on their game in his final 5 or 6 minutes approaching half time. Certainly don't want to concede a second goal. Could have dire consequences for Jim Van Wieren if they were to concede a second approaching half time. Pavlovic now working hard. Of course, coming off from that big injury last year, Miljan Pavlovic. Speaking with him pre-game, he said that fitness is starting to get there. His touch is not quite there where he'd like it to be at the moment, but it's coming. That's a good sign for the Marconi Stallions. Of course, the ex-A-League player, Pavlovic, playing at Wellington Phoenix. Milgate with the throw, looking to get it to Pavlovic for the throw. Flick on. Nice turn there by Pavlovic, but Hildburg have the near post covered. Straight to him. Giuseppe Tilio. Giorgio Speranza straight up in the air. Header one by Patrick Sribilio. Ivanovic looking to lock Marconi down in the corner. And he does so. Giorgio Speranza concedes the throw. Not the greatest of first touches there from Marco Tilio. And it's Milgate now as Malia. He releases him. Malia steaming down the right. Nice ball in behind, finding Malia. Can he do something with it? Gets it onto his left, tries to dig it in. Great defending there by Joel King for Sydney FC. It's the Sky Blues now looking to get defence into attack started. Just a little too much on it for Ivanovic. Vekic ushers it in for a goal kick. Progress scores from Seymour Shaw, and it's now RP Leichhardt Tigers 2, leading Sutherland Sharks 1. That game is in around the 58th minute at the moment. So RP, after conceding an early goal, leading there by 2-1. Of course, those two sides usually have a goal fest when they do battle, so with a little over half an hour to play, we may see more goals there over in the Shire. Of course, last year's games between the two, RP defeating Sutherland Sharks by 6-2 here at Lambert Park, and In that first meeting between the two during the season, it was a 3-3 draw from memory. Apia were leading 3-1. Shut up shop, and Sutherland came home to win 3-3. So the goal fest between the two has continued again tonight. Pavlovic now gets it down to Jesic. Just lay it back. Roberto Speranza finds his brother Giorgio. Benji loses possession. Play on. It's Van der Sar now, trying to play Ivanovic in, but all tracked back by Zach Cancross there. It's McGing for Sydney. Just gets it back down the line. Flick on header there by Van der Sar, looking for Geordie Swibble. Marconi with a throw now. It's Pavlovic. Still Midian. Pavlovic for Marconi. Play on, says the referee, though. Ball cleared, not cleared still by Sydney, but it does fall nicely for Giuseppe Tilio. Geordie Swibble with a first-time touch. Finds Van Meurs. His long ball looking for Giuseppe Tilio, but too much on it. And Giorgio Speranza just happy to watch it go out for a Marconi goal kick. Well, those of you just joining the live stream at the moment, approaching half-time, it's Marconi Stallions 1. Leading Sydney FC 0. And the difference is a 37th minute penalty from the spot. Nicely converted by Marko Jesic, his first of the season. As we see the fourth official indicate there'll be an additional minute of time added on. So 1 minute of additional time here at Lambert Park. As Marley gets it down on the deck now, Cardozo plays him in behind. Nice tackle by Van Meurs. Concedes the throw. Malia onto his right. Switches it in, looking far post for Frangie, gets a header down. Just doesn't have anyone in the centre of the park, so Sydney, do they get an opportunity before the break? Foul on Luke Ivanovic. So they will have a set piece to round out this first half. Free kick will be taken by Van der Sar for the Sky Blues. Harry Van der Sar goes low. Cleared away by Cancross. And that'll be the last play of the first half. So half-time here at Lambert Park, ladies and gentlemen. Marconi Stallions 1, courtesy of that Marko Jesic penalty. Leaves Sydney FC 0. We'll take a short break and be back for the resumption of the second half here at Lambert Park. Marconi Stallions 1, lead Sydney FC 0.
Sorry about torturing you with umbrella, but
that's all right, mate.
It's far out.
It's just bloody. It's just hard to try and do it all, you know, because otherwise, what happens? I then don't talk for like a minute or two.
Yeah.
And then people wonder what's going
on.
I
know, but then.
No, I understand.
I go out of the picture.
No, I know. I understand it totally.
I had one camera going once in the sky.
Yeah, it's not much you can do.
something, huh? I think I survived without electricity, but how you feel your sound and...
Oh, sounds good. My mates have said the stream sounds really good.
Yeah, okay,
So
great.
probably a good idea that you said to keep it away, because the bigger moments
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lambert Park for the second half here between Sydney FC and Marconi Stallions. Those of you just joining us, welcome to the live stream. It's Marconi Stallions 1, 37th minute. Penalty coolly taken by Marko Jesic. The difference between the two sides at the moment. Just looking at the players out on the field at the moment, there doesn't appear to be any substitutes for either side at half time, so they will be as they finish the first. Marconi will kick off the second half. To see a jersey change though. Mirjam Pavlovic had the number 21 on in the first half. He will be wearing 61 in the second half, so no doubt something wrong with his jersey there. As Milgate dispossesses Tilio. It's Cardozo now. He tugs Patrick Sibilio there. No advantage played, so referee Adrian Arndt pulls up the free kick. Sydney need to watch not to get caught out here. Joel King goes back to his goalkeeper in Heward Bell. There's Marconi. Cardozo, lazy first touch there, not getting his foot down to it. Sees the ball back with the Sky Blues now through Marco Tilio. Goes inside, finding Geordie Swivel. Offside though is the call, so free kick to Marconi. Ken Cross whips it forward now. Headed down by Van der Sarg, and Sydney FC to break down the right hand side, but back to Marconi now. 75 minutes gone out at Seymour Shaw, and it's still up. Leichhardt Tigers 1, leading Sutherland Sharks 1. That game being called tonight by Adam Sanarossa. Mitchell Malia to take Sydney on by himself. Mitchell Malia gets the ball in. Just a little too much on the header there by Pavlovic. Great ball in it was though, but it's Speranza trying to get it back in for a second attempt. Mitchell Malia for Marconi now over the top. Cardozo can only see his header go straight into the arms of Heward Bell. Sydney FC look to break now through Skatardis. One in the centre of the park by Marconi, and it's Jesic now. Has Sibilio in front of him, so has to go back to Speranza. And it's a long ball forward by Roberto Speranza looking for Mitchell Malia. Even with his speed, keep it under play there. King with the throw. Headed back by Milgate. Speranza play all the way back to Vekic. Hasn't really been forced into a save tonight, Nenad Vekic. He did save that Franco Parisi penalty in the first round against Apia Leichhardt Tigers. We know what a great shot stopper he is, and has been a perennial Team of the Week and Goalkeeper of the Year in the NPL for many years now. A lot of confidence there at the back for the green of Marconi. Pavlic goes to the ground. Referee says play on. And it's Van Meurs has Joel King over the top if he can get it to him. Does. What a great ball. And it's Joel King. King away. Milgate coming back now though. Ivanovic back to King. Marco Tilio, great skill there by the number 10, Marco Tilio. Still Tilio. Goes to the right now. Ball in, looking for Schwibble. Timely interception there. Conceding in the corner. Zach Cancross. Gets some high fives from his teammates. So near there for the Sky Blues. It'll be Marco Tilio to take the corner for Sydney FC. Has Giuseppe there. Goes short. Jesic in front of him. Tries to go back along the line. Again, defended well there by Marconi. For another City FC corner. Again, the Tilio boys look to pull out Jesic. Create some space. Get a better angle on it. This time, looks like Marco Tilio will go direct. He does. Goes long. Looking for a header. Straight in the arms of Vekic though. There's Van Meurs for Sydney. Giuseppe Tilio wins it well there. Richie Cardozo does get it back for boys from Bosley Park. Tilio hustling there in the centre of the park. O'Connell. Yes, he looks to keep the ball moving. Speranza. It's Frangi now. Looking for Pavlovic. Hits him on the back of the head. Straight to Heward Bell. Skotadis over the top. Needed to go short to Ivanovic. Of course, good to see Luke Ivanovic get that opportunity in the full-time squad this year. Has held his own. Featuring off the bench week in, week out. And with young Cameron Devlin, who has also made the move up to the full-time squad this year from the NPL team from last season. The middle third very tight to start this second half. Into the 53rd minute here at Lambert Park. Sibilio goes to his left. Mewers. Very condensed, very pressed middle third at the moment, as we just touched on. So Sibilio now on the right. They look to switch the play if they can get the ball over to the left. Joel King is on his own, but good interception there from Marconi. From Anthony Frangi. Still Frangi, twisting and turning. Geordie Swibble fighting hard to win the ball back there. In the end, it does find its way to Sydney FC now through King. Sibilio. Making Ivanovic, nice play there from the number 11. Looks to thread the needle, and he did so, but fortunately for the home side, Geordie Swibble offside. Was a great finish in the end. That certainly won't count. Almost prizing open that Marconi defence through that middle third. Maybe that's the way that they'll break open Marconi tonight. Looking to play more through that middle third than they are along the flanks. Giuseppe Tilio goes back to Heward Bell. And the pressure gets it forward, but O'Connell now for Marconi. Speranza searching ball forward for Malia. King with the header. Malia gets his body in front. Still Mitchell Malia. Tag there, but off he goes. Dink over the top there by Pavlovic looking for the return pass. Was Malia. But it will be a Marconi corner over on the far side to be taken by Jesic. Can cross. As well as Millgate up into the box. Corner taken by Jesic. Goes long looking for Millgate for the header. Does fall in the end nicely for Cardozo, but his header is wide. Van Meurs goes back to his keeper. Did see this from Sydney FC last year. They did like to play out as much as possible. Skatardis' ball forward there, straight to Speranza. And it's Cardozo with a nice first touch, finding Jesic. Frangi tries to switch the play. Too ambitious there from Anthony Frangi. The ball in behind tonight just needs to be measured. There's a little bit of dew and rain on the pitch, making it tough. The ball skidding on a little more than what it would normally do. Not a lot of activity at the moment from the substitutes. Both coaches happy to run with sides as they see at the moment now, and the ball falls nicely for Tilio, looking to get the ball in behind for Swibble. But Cancross intercepts the ball there, straight to Vekic. Tilio now. King. Yes, it's in front of him, but goes to Marco Tilio. And it's the 5 in Shabilio. Get the things moving forward now. Through Van Meurs. Looking for Swibble inside, but cleared away by Marconi. They concede the throw. Van Meurs takes it. Ivanovic. Shabilio. Ivanovic goes back. To Skatardis. This time it's Van Meurs. Shabilio. McKing. Plenty of movement off the ball from Sydney. Trying to stretch this Marconi defence, but ball still with Marconi defensively, but Sydney applying some pressure now. Camped in the Marconi half at the moment. Van Meurs. Early pass was on there for Joel King, but holds it up. So it's Shabilio now. Tries to thread it in behind for King. Millgate concedes the throw. Shabilio. Skatardis. First touch inside by Swibble, finding Ivanovic. Looks to go wide to Van Meurs. That's Van der Sarg, sorry. Ivanovic. Swibble, not the greatest of first touches, making it easy for Marconi. Cancross just gets it forward. Foul on Pavlovic, but referee says play on, and it's Sydney FC now through the 3 in Van Meurs. Well, the players calling for a foul there on Pavlovic in the centre of the park, as we will see the first substitution of the evening. It'll be Richie Cardozo coming off for Brandon Vella. So the number 20, Richie Cardozo, coming off. Replaced by number 23, Brandon Vella.
And we see a substitution also for the home side. Hamish Lamberton coming off,
replacing Giuseppe Tilio.
Marco Tilio now back and away here at Lambert Park. King. Alio there just holding him up, so he goes back. And they play it back to Hewitt Bell. He gets it forward. Easy for Nathan Milgate. That big head of his. To mean it in a nice way, but he's a tall timber, Nathan Milgate. Doesn't miss many headers, that's for sure. As we see that man Milgate now getting it inside the box. What a volley there from Marko Jesic. And the side volley does see a deflection. So it's a Marconi corner. Great technique there from Marko Jesic. Almost scoring his second of the evening. And doubling the visitors' lead to the 62nd minute here at Lambert Park. It will be a corner taken by that man Jesic. He swings it in, goes near, no one there. Cleared away easily, but only as far as Malia with a left foot snap. Does get a block again. Jesic again to the near post. Easily defended by Sydney FC. Ball's helped down the line and Swivel gets it over the top now looking for Lamberton. It's a match race, Lamberton and O'Connell, but Vekic comes out. This is the top part of his shoulder, so no handball, says the referee. Swivel to Lamberton, handball, no, yes. This time pulled up, O'Connell with a hand. Skotadis gets the ball over to the right, finding Van der Sarg. Nice run back inside, looking for the 1-2 pass from Skotadis, but it's Marconi now, looking to break. It's Frangi on the left. Skotadis coming back, though, to help out with defensive duties. They do win back the ball. Shabilio, nice ball to the right, finding Ivanovic. He sends it forward into the middle. Cut out by Cancross. Pavlovic holds it up. And it's Mitchell Malia now for Marconi. Joel King in front of him, defending Lim. Mitchell Malia goes back to Vela. Pavlovic. Malia gets the ball in behind. Mitchell Malia goes near post and almost makes it 2 to Marconi. Getting great positional play there by Hewitt Bell. I want to be careful of the Sky Blues. Marconi looking for that little ball in, the 1-2. Almost paying dividends a couple of times now for the Bosley Park boys. Of course, approaching full time at Seymour Shauna still. Harpy Leichhardt Tigers 2, Sutherland Sharks 1. He helps it's on its way, but it falls fortuitously for Sydney FC, but the clearance forward to the far left pocket, finding Frangi. Anthony Frangi now, far post, looking for a runner. Too much on it for Pavlovic. Of course, Marconi with so many ins this season, still finding their way with combinations. Whilst he was there last year, didn't have any presence on the field, Miljan Pavlovic, so he too is like a new player for Marconi. Sent forward now, it's a goal kick. Dispossessed there in the centre of the park. Ball's falls for Tilio now. Swibble looking to switch play. Ivanovic on his bike. Has Speranza there. He gets there first. Does Giorgio Speranza. And Frangi fighting hard there, but nicely won out by the Sky Blues. And the switch of play was on there for Marco Tilio, but ball and play breaks down, and it's Marco Jesic now for Marconi. Has Malia to his right, goes there. Malia cuts back inside the box. Mitchell Malia, but straight to Hewitt Bell. Another opportunity there for Marconi going begging. Can we see the Sky Blues conjure up something in this transition and play? But no, we can't. Ivanovic's pass a little overcooked there for Swibble. Well, the game certainly opened up over these last 5 or 6 minutes. Just on a little over 24 minutes left to play here at Lambert Park. Of course, Sydney FC pressing for that equaliser, but they will open themselves up to the counter from Marconi. Chasing that goal deficit. Speranza to Frangi. Vela. Looks to switch the play, so the onus there is on Cancroft. Gets across to Malia. Has Marco Tilio defending him. In and away there by Malia. Again goes near post. Easy for Hewitt Bell. He rolls it out quickly. King back to Skatardis. Shabilio. Van der Sarg now. Goes forward looking for Lamberton. Cut out nicely there though by Roberto Speranza. Helped downfield by his brother Giorgio. Pavlovic just giving up on the chase there, so Marconi looking to press the defensive four. Condensing it for Sydney, but they go over the top, finding Lamberton. Hamish Lamberton now for Sydney FC. He's cross in, just not finding Swibble, so Vekic taking his time to slow things down. Full time, Sutherland Sharks and Upper Leichhardt Tigers bouncing back from their loss last week. That heavy loss they suffered at home against Wollongong Wolves by 3-0 to make it 2 out of 3. So on to 6 points they go. So good start for Johnny Collegia's men. Jesic. Malia. Malia back inside for Jesic. Will he try it? No, he won't. The King gets it away. Ivanovic now. Those of you just keeping an eye on the NPL 2 as well tonight. Spirit 2 leading Northern Tigers 1. Hills United 1. Trailing North Shore Mariners 2 at the moment. Macarthur Rams 0. At home, Western Sydney Wanderers 3. Mounties Wanderers. Norman Brown's men 1 leading Blacktown Spartans 0. And Bonnyrigg White Eagles 3 leading St George Saints 0. This game's approaching the 70 minutes mark across the grounds. Of course, that will be Bonnyrig's first victory of the season since coming back down from NPL 1 last season. So they look like they will chalk up their first 3 points of the year. Milan Blagojevic's boys from Bonnyrigg. There's Marco Tilio now for Marconi.
Lamberton looks to get it in to Geordie Swibble. A little too much on it. Millgate there with King. Millgate wins out but concedes the throw. Skatardis. Shibilio. Dispossessed in the centre of the park. Marco Tilio and Marconi look to break now through Pavlovic. Skipper and McGing concedes the throw. We see another substitution for Marconi. This time it's the skipper coming off, Sean O'Connell. So it's O'Connell going off for Liam Ewley. Ken Cross will get the skipper's armband. Miller forward. Finding Pavlovic. Nice first touch. Miljan Pavlovic! Oh, and he puts it away! Miljan Pavlovic, if you don't mind. Well, a beautiful ball forward there by Marconi. Sublime first touch by Miljan Pavlovic onto his left. Dinks it away into the far corner for his first of the season. And he doubles Marconi's lead here at Lambert Park. Well, within the minute of the substitution being made there by Peter Tsakenis. That ball forward, I think it was by Brandon Vella, finding Pavlovic. And let's be honest, that first touch was all class by the striker for Marconi. And he said pre-game he was hungry to open up his account. His touches will come, he said. The fitness is getting there. And that'll give him a lot of confidence moving forward in the coming weeks as Marconi now look to break again through Malia. The ball over the top by Jesic. Mitchell Malia in two minds there. For a moment there looked like he wanted to go back onto his left, but at the same time trying to tip Hewitt Bell. Tame effort in the end. Van Mewers now. Well, if they had to chase the game before, trailing by a goal, they certainly got to chase it now, Sydney FC. McGing. Van Mewers. Just to go through the middle, finding Tilio. King on the left. Goes there. Rushed first time effort there by Joel King. He should have taken a touch there and saw what was up. I think they will continue to pepper down this Marconi right side in the second half. Mitchell Malia looking really sharp at the moment. Especially as they're pressing. Sydney FC really opening up that defensive third of theirs to the counter. Ball forward by Vekic. Nice header there from Van Mewers. Pavlovic flicking it on, looking for Malia, but never going to go anywhere there other than a sky blue shirt. Skatardis. Van Mewers steps on it. Shibilio. Ivanovic coming back into the middle now, trying to get something going for the Sky Blues, but again it breaks down. Pavlovic. Jesic just tracking into an offside position there, so couldn't really get the pass back from Pavlovic. Good Jesic. Tilly almost shown too much of the ball there to Millgate, but
Sydney with the ball still. Shabilio dispossessed in the centre of the park there, and it's Pavlovic gets in behind for Yuli, still with the run. Liam Yuli has Malia far post on his own. Goes short to Jesic, has a snap at it. Never really going to get his body over it there. The early ball certainly was on for Malia, who had no one near him screaming for it. But they do live to fight another day, Sydney FC. There's Vekic. You can hear the calls from Vekic. Patience is the key, he said. Don't commit defensively. Really keeping their lines well at the moment, Marconi. All the experience, of course, the Speranza boys and Cairncross. Played with each other at Blacktown City for many years. Nathan Milgate, one of the premier right backs of the competition, coming across this year from Apia. As we saw that winning header of his in the FFA Cup against Melbourne Victory last year. So that'll always be synonymous with Nathan Milgate, that fabulous header, giving an improbable victory to Apia last year over the then reigning A-League champions. Getting caught out there is McGinn, but lucky for him, centre back, central midfield partner in Patrick Shabilio, helping out with duties. Skatada switches play. King goes inside. Swibble strong on the ball, wins the free kick. He goes quickly to King. King looking far post for Ivanovic, but nicely off his line is the keeper in Vekic. He rolls it out fast to Frangi. Anthony Frangi now. With a nice run there by we will see Hamish Lamberton with the yellow card there for the check. So Luke Ivanovic appears to be going off for Sydney. And it will be the 34 in Callum Neuenhoff to make way for him. Why we are seeing a slight delay in play at the moment. It's 11.5 minutes left here at Labor Park. Marconi 2. First half strike from Marko Jesic from the spot. And Amidion Pavlovic second half. Piece of individual brilliance. Giving Marconi the 2-goal advantage at the moment. Still plenty of time for Sydney FC to get back into this one. They will need to score quickly and shortly though, if they are to make a late run at Marconi. As we finally see the free kick taken by Cairncross. Long ball forward looking for Pavlovic. Offside is the call. King. Van Mules switches play to McGing. Paddy Shabilio now. Marconi just happy to let Sydney play in. This time it's Vekic off his line fast. Nice ball in behind it was for Geordie Swivel. King with the throw. Shabilio now for Sydney FC. McGing. Ball over the top. Headed down looking for Lamberton. Still Hamish Lamberton gets it across to Swivel. Tries to curl it into the far post. Cleared away in the end though. Still by Marconi, and it falls to King this time. Whips it back in. Goes long ball. An audacious attempt there from the 6 in Van der Sarg. Wide. No cause for concern for Vekic. A little bit of rain here at Lambert Park at the moment. Let's hope that it can hold off in this final 10 minutes. We'll be clamouring for our umbrellas again. Vekic now sends it forward. Pavlovic helping back in the midfield. Wins the free kick. There's Nieuwenhof there, conceding the free kick. Speranza sends it forward. Jesic gets it down, but CFC still trying to clear. Jesic goes back to Speranza. Switch of play this time. Looking for Malia. Nice first touch. Gets it down onto the deck. Mitchell Malia onto his left foot. Tilio there tries to put him off, but it's Pavlovic. He goes wide. Has Millgate. Goes back to Vella. Vella back into the box. Cleared away there. Only as far as Yuli, who'll switch the play. It's Marconi now. Gets the ball in, looking to dink it over the top. Here's Anthony Frangi, but tackling nicely there by the keeper. Tilio switches on. Shabilio. Nieuwenhof tries to get it back into Van der Sarg, but still Sydney FC now. Tilio helping out with defensive duties. The ball over the top. May have gone down as goal of the season if Anthony Frangi was to chip Thomas Sherwood-Bell there from the halfway line. Does love a specky, does Anthony Frangi. Just a little over 7 minutes left here at Lambert Park. Still Marconi 2, leading Sydney FC 0. So as it stands, Marconi looking to take the 3 points home to Bosley Park tonight. And set up a meeting next week with Manly where they can all of a sudden endeavour to go 2 on a bounce after opening losses through the first 2 rounds to them. Resumption of play. Skatardis. Tilio. Tracking back his Malia, but still strong on the ball. He's young Marco Tilio. Fighting his way forward. Free kick conceded by Marconi. It's on the edge of the D, so a great opportunity through this set piece for Sydney FC. So Geordie Swibble and Marco Tilio, the two players, over the ball. Looks like it'll be Swibble. Jordan Swibble doesn't get the direction on it that he'd hoped. So substitution now for Marconi coming off the 10 in Marko Jesic, replaced by speed racer in James Andrew. Another good stint from the number 10 in Marko Jesic, of course, getting on the team sheet tonight from the spot. So James Andrew to wreak havoc for the Sydney FC defence in the last 9 or so minutes. Of course, the live streams continue tomorrow at Belmore Sports Growing at 4 p.m. Sydney Olympic up against Blacktown City. I'll be calling that one as well, Will Gotchis. And Rockdale City Suns tomorrow at 4:30. Rockdale City Suns up against Akawa Sydney City East. Nathan Patrick there over at Illingdon Sports Centre. And at 5 o'clock, the big blockbuster. Ball in the mixer there, looking for Pavlovich. Falls nicely for Malia, but foul on the keeper. And as I was saying, at 5 p.m. tomorrow, out at Denza Park, what looks to be the game of the round. Sydney United 58 FC up against Wollongong Wolves. Of course, both sides unbeaten. Wollongong with 2 wins to start the season. Sydney United 58 FC on 4 points. And they can go top of the ladder if they had a win. Tomorrow's clash up against Wollongong Wolves. So all to play for out there at Denza Park tomorrow for Mirav Lastalitz's men, along with Paul Reed's, Luke Wilkshire's side. Marco Tilio now. Nieuwenhof goes square. Or his skipper in McGing. Lamberton, nice first touch there. Van Muir switches it in back to Hamish Lamberton. Just that first touch, letting Geordie Swibble down a little there. Dirty on himself, is he? The number 13. Of course, as we touched on, the Montreal Town Rangers Sydney Olympic postponed contest from last week will be played midweek between the two sides on Wednesday night. So plenty of live stream football. That'll be Nicholas Kutniak to call the action there on Wednesday out at Popondetta. Lots of live stream action, as we know. 445 games live and exclusive this year on the NPL New South Wales Facebook and YouTube channels. King now tries to square it up for Swibble. Nieuwenhof. Someone have a shot is the cry. Telio over the top. A little too much on it, needed to keep it low. Vekic, from where he was standing though, did have it covered. Really need to force a save there from the custodian. Opened up well for the number 10 in Marco Tilio, but just tried to dink it over the top. As we're approaching the 90-minute mark here at Lambert Park. It's Marconi Stallions 2, Sydney FC 0. James Andrew now for the Stallions. Nieuwenhof tracking back, but still Andrew fighting his way into the box. James Andrew onto his right. Can he tee it up for Frangie? No, he can't. Cleared away. Now to safety by Sydney, but it's still Marconi with possession. Do in the end, though, concede the throw to the Sky Blues. Of course, earlier today, Apilaika Tigers 2 defeated Sutherland Sharks 1 for their second season victory. Adam Santarossa called the action there out at Seymour Shaw. Ball in beside for Tilio there. The first touch for Lamberton. Just didn't read that play. Make Vekic pick it up. And the fourth official's indicated to be a minimum of 3 minutes of time added on here at Leichhardt. So 3 minutes for Sydney FC to pull off a miracle result. Looks like the Stallions inflicting the first loss of the season for the young Sky Blue side. Malia cuts in, shows too much of the ball. It's Katardis now. Straight to Cairncross. Could go anywhere. The ball goes onto the roof. Luckily not into the commentary scaffolding here. The open roof style commentary box tonight here at Lambert Park. Nieuwenhof twisting and turning. Tilio, referee plays on. No advantage, so calls it back, does Adrian Arndt. In the end, what's been quite an easy game for the referee tonight. Both sides in line for FIFA Fair Play Awards, one would say, after this effort, showing each other the respect that all sides at this level do. Ball over the top, looking for Van Mewers, cleared away by Marconi. A little over a minute and a bit to play here at Lambert Park as this game fizzles out. Marconi 2, Sydney FC 0. Of course, tomorrow's clashes, some big games. Myself, Will Gotsis, will be calling the Sydney Olympic and Blacktown City game from 4 p.m. at Belmore Sports Ground. At 4:30 it will be Rockdale City Suns up against Akawa Sydney City East. Nathan Patrick there calling the live action. And Tony Tanous at 5 p.m. for the blockbuster match of the round. Sydney United 58 FC and Wollongong Wolves. Will both sides remain unbeaten to start the season. Or the winner, of course, top spot on offer. Clearance there by Cairncross as he helps Tilio to his feet. Andrew shows a little much of the ball there, so it's nicked off him by Shabilio. Skatardis looks to switch the play, finding King over the top. Milgate comes back, cut the angle down, he goes square. Not the best of first touches there by Swibble. Frangie now for Marconi. Has Malia steaming. Far post ball if he gets there for Pavlovic. So overcooked it a little somewhat there. Not that they need their goal, but certainly an opportunity there for Marconi in transition. And that's full time there. The referee, Adrian Arndt, blows his whistle. And it's Marconi Stallions 2. Goals through Marco Jesic from the spot in the first half. And opening is it called for the season, Mirjam Pavlovic with a deft goal in that second half, inflicting the first victory of the season to the young Sky Blues in Sydney FC. So Marconi get off the mark in round 3 of the NPL New South Wales men's competition this season. Sydney FC back to the drawing board for their game next week. They will be entertaining Wollongong Wolves, so they'll sit back and watch the Wolves do battle tomorrow night. But full time here at Lambert Park, it's Marconi Stallions 2, Sydney FC 0. I'm Will Gotsis. Don't forget to tune in for 4 p.m. tomorrow for the first of the 3 live stream games. It'll be Blacktown City travelling to Sydney Olympic at Belmore Sports Ground from 4 o'clock. From 4:30, Rockdale City Suns host Akawa Sydney City East. And from 5 p.m, it will be Sydney United 58 FC up against Wollongong Wolves. But from Lambert Park on a cool night, it was a warm performance from the Marconi Stallions. They defeated the Sydney FC side by 2-0. Thank you and good night.